Time to Kerbal. Alright, thanks everyone for liking, sharing, commenting on previous videos. The whole point was to do the breaking ground stuff, but got slowed down a little bit in the trying to get the research done to get to the parts that lay in the house that Jack built. But earlier today I was messing around. I was able to do a Munshot even though I can't create nodes. So I thought we'd try to recreate that. Let's see what we have for missions here. Science from space around Kerbal. I think we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. How much does it pay? Well, we get 4 science out of it. That's something. Explore Kerbal. We perform a spacewalk in orbit of Kerbal. This time try to leave your home. Okay, alright. We can do that. I don't think we're ready to land on the moon yet. The mun, whatever. Alright. I think I have a ship already built. Let's see if it's in here. Yeah, there it goes. There it is. There we go. Ever try to say 2 things at the same time? So let's see. Staging looks good. I did have a little trouble here. Alright, so these are connected to this tank. So I guess it's just the one tank. Alright, because we burned through the fuel on this tank pretty fast. But we did have a lot of control and we could turn really fast if we needed to. This lower part, the outer stages and the inner stage, we kind of need to start and stay fairly vertical, because if we tip too early then it just wants to fall down, and that makes a boom. Makes a boom boom. Alright, so we've got starting thrust to weight ratio 1.7, and then when we switch to the central it's only 1. I didn't realize it was that low. I'm surprised that we could get anywhere. Let's see, by here we're so high in the atmosphere it's not really a problem. Which stage is 3? 1, 2, 3. So that's... oh, that's up here. Yeah, so we're out of the atmosphere by then. So, yeah. So these stage 4. Yeah, we get a pretty good kick. Yeah, and it only lasts 24.9 seconds, so that we want to use that to fix our orientation, and we can even go with the low burn. We don't need to go full throttle. Alright. Let's get out there. Let's see, I didn't have any comments for housekeeping, so no retractions. I did have someone suggest that I play, don't fall over. That I play on the, I think it's called, yeah, it's called High Tide. Oh, I need to get it a little bit more east. We might have to revert to launch. Okay, there we go. That's due straight up. If we can get it to nose over just a little bit. Well, that's just a little bit right there. I want it to get closer to 80 degrees. So that's about 88. I'd say that's about 87. I probably have a readout on the Kerbal Engineer Redux. Okay, here comes the separation. See if I can tilt just a little bit more. This is better than going the wrong way. Oh, we're starting to twist a little bit too. There's a bug in here flying around. So yeah, they were suggesting that I play Asheron's Call on the PvP server. It's not me. I appreciate the interest, but in RPGs, I generally don't like PvP. Alright, we're going to need to throttle up here. We'll go about half throttle, I think. And let's fix this. If we can get that closer to the 90 line. We're already going to be out of inclination for our Munshot. Alright, let's go with prograde and let's kick it up a notch. And stage. Now these, oh yeah, let's hold steady. These engines are a little more efficient, a little less oomphy, but there's 3 of them. So we are accelerating. We do not have much of an apoapsis at this point. This might not work. We'll see. Yeah, in role-playing games, I don't usually like to get involved in PvP. In games that are pure PvP, like World of Tanks, World of Warships, Paladins, where you're not building anything really, you don't lose anything, and you're not taking anything away from anyone else. Yeah, this is not working. We might not even achieve orbit, let alone our moon flyby. Yeah, we're 25 seconds to AP, although that number is increasing, so that's a good sign. Okay, it might work. The periapsis is going up. The time to apoapsis is increasing. Okay, this could work. This could work. We might even be in orbit before we leave the atmosphere. Oh, we're out of fuel. Okay. Turn over a little bit more here. Yeah, we're 3 minutes to apoapsis. We're not even out of the atmosphere yet. That joke I made about being in orbit before we leave the atmosphere, maybe a little bit too on the nose. Coming up on the atmosphere or space, however you want to put it. Alright, let's point for the horizon. Oh my gosh, our apoapsis is so huge. I kind of blew that. I should have switched to the map view. Yikes! Alright, where's the moon? It's right there. So... Alright, let's orient prograde. We'll warp over to the apoapsis, and I can't... kill the time warp. I can't do anything with our trajectory. I can't click on it. Can't create a maneuver node. I can't time warp to a specific spot. But I can warp this way. But you got to be careful because it doesn't stop when you hit stop. When you hit stop, it says, "Oh, did you want to stop? We can stop if you want to." You did? Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop. Oh, you wanted to stop back there? Too bad. Looking at our time to apoapsis, 50, 40, 30. All right. Out of warp, so we're swinging around. Let's get a good parry. And we just went through our fuel. Covering the cutoff. Parry at 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 74. I was kind of going for 72, but that's fine. Oh, how much fuel do we have left? Most of the fuel. Alright, we're in pretty good shape. Now, if something else I can't do is I can't select a target for rendezvous. Luckily, Kerbal Engineer Redux. Oh, I've got monster debris. Interesting. Oh yeah, because I kicked things off. I did separations while I was in space, so making a mess out here. It's going to turn into Wall-E world. Alright, so the Mun is our target now. Moon, Mun, whatever. But we have a relative inclination of 2.2. Time to ascending node is 5 minutes. Time to periapsis is 19 minutes. Alright, so let's stabilize. And there we go. There's decent or anti-normal. So looking at this number right here, 5 minutes 12 seconds, we're going to time warp close to that. Alright, then we want to watch this relative inclination and this time to relative AN, ascending node. Make sure that we're on or close to the anti-normal target position. Right, and we're going to give this just a tiniest, oh no. Well, yeah, we'll do it this way. Tiniest little bit of throttle. Alright, we can see that the relative inclination is getting smaller, closer to 0, and the time to relative AN is also getting smaller. If one of those things becomes not true, then we want to stop. And it's just about to reverse on the time. Time is standing still. 1.61, 36.5. Okay, it's going up. So we'll get a little bit closer. We don't need to do this in this view. Where's Kerbal? It's around here somewhere. Alright, coming up on 1 minute. 1 minute to relative AN, 1.55 relative inclination, and just a little bit of gas. Maybe a little bit more than that. I think this is good because any faster and we would not get that declining time to position. And we do want both numbers to be getting smaller. We want to be approaching until we get to it. That's redundant. Okay, the number is getting bigger now. The time to relative AN was going up instead of down. Because you can only get it zeroed out at the node. At the ascending node or descending node. And let's try it a little bit more here. Alright, it's going up again. It's kind of hard to explain and do at the same time. Down to about 20 seconds. I'm still pointed anti-normal. Ooh, lights out. Alright, we're half a degree on the relative inclination now. Quarter of a degree. Ah, I almost did that backwards. The number was going up. And if it would show up on the map, which it won't because we're too early in the career development, then you'd see the node moving away from us on the orbital track. Coming up on 15. Give it a little bump. Yeah, it immediately just runs away on the time. Try to get down to about 8. That is close enough. That's plenty close. All right, next thing we need to look at. Oh, let's go back to prograde. I don't know if you can see that. All right. So the moon is here, and we want it. Looking at this like a clock face, we want it right about here, and we want to try to go straight towards 12. And the way to do that is to burn at 6 when prograde. So we want to warp to about here. We need to keep an eye on the moon. I don't know. What do you call it? Because its position will be changing as we're moving, but we don't have very far to go, so it shouldn't change that much. All right. Let's warp down south here a little bit. That should be pretty good. Yeah, let's go with that. All right, let's keep an eye on the fuel tank. We're oriented prograde. Things are this is just above 3 o'clock on the clock position. We are closing in on 6 o'clock, which I guess would make us more like that if we're putting ourselves right at 6 o'clock. But that should be about right. All right, let's warm up those engines. So when this gets to about 11 million, probably what we're going to do is overshoot it and then get our flyby on our way back towards Kerbal. Let's get ready to cut those engines off. Throttle down a little bit. Okay, so that should be more than enough. We're on the right inclination. It won't show us our encounter until we actually sphere of influence change. So this is a crapshoot. I should have F5'd before I did that. Let's do it now. We can maybe make an adjustment if we need to. Alright, so let's do the time warp again. Something else to be concerned about is we can get a slingshot effect off of the moon. As we're moving towards the AP, we'll be reducing our velocity will naturally go down. So we can actually warp a little bit faster here. So we're slowing down, the moon's going the same speed. Looks like we're gonna miss it though. Looks like we're gonna miss. Maybe we won't, but I think we will. But like I said, it's going the same speed, we're slowing down. There we go. Whoa! So it's going to try to kick us out this way. We might actually have a collision course. That looks like a collision course. Oh yeah, we've got... we need to maybe burn out. Why is it not? Can I? There we go. Use the... wow. So, I guess I planned that a little too well. So, burnout is probably our best bet. So, this is Brown versus the Board of Education. Haha. Oh, not really. Oh, so Burnout is also our retro? Let's take a look at this. Alright. I don't think that will work. Oh no, there's Burnout. That makes more sense. Alright, let's keep an eye on this periapsis height. We want that to become a positive number. Hashtag positivity. We can give it a little bit more burn. We're doing okay on the fuel. Yeah, it will just take it nice and easy. -20, -10, positive, and what do you think? There's 37,000. That'll get us fairly close to the moon. We'll be approaching our closest on the dark side. Alright, where's the sun? Oh no, we'll be in light. Should be right about the edge of... We'll be in light while the planet below, the planetoid below us will be dark. Okay, so now, again, it's as we come in, it's going to try to kick us out this way. We'd prefer it to kick us out this way, but we could go for a capture. Oh, I forgot to. I wanted to do some science before I left orbit of Kerbal. I messed up. Take a look at that. Go for an orbital spacewalk near Kerbal, and we're probably not going to have enough fuel to capture at Kerbal. Maybe with some aero braking. Alright, well, I did a boo-boo. Alright, so we're coming in this way. It's going to kick us out that way. I don't think it'll be that bad. Maybe it will. We can see. Alright, anything we want to do while we're here? I don't have any new science experiments I can do. And spacewalk, and I need to collect at least one science, which could be an EVA report, I suppose. But I don't think I did an EVA report around Kerbal, or around the moon. So, alright Bob, stretch your legs. Remove helmet. No, let's not do that. And we can have him get back inside. Alright, what do we got here? 52 minutes until periapsis. I think we can speed that up a little bit. I put that antenna on there hoping it would create just a little bit of drag to help keep us going east during our ascent, or make it a little bit easier to turn east. 30 minutes to periapsis, so this is a fairly good rate. There's a lovely Kerbal out tonight. Coming into eclipse. Ooh. We'll meet you on the dark side of the moon. So what do we want to do here? I think we just want to follow our sphere, go out to our sphere of influence. And then we, ooh. And there we go. I guess I could have slowed down the time warp. Ooh, there you go, screenshot. Maybe it would have looked better if I'd... Oh, I don't have any power. So I can't turn until I use the engine. I think these engines create power. Oh, I'm warping. That's the problem. What a dodo. Let's warp a little bit more. And there we go. Okay. So, we might get another encounter over here. Alright. So, our periapsis is 2 million. So, we need to bring that down to sub 70. Yeah, 70,000. Come out of warp real quick. SAS. There we go. And now we can warp over to the AP. Time to apoapsis, just under 2 minutes. We are oriented retro. Let's keep an eye on that PE. You probably can't see that. It's hard to see. Alright, let's come up the engine a little bit more. Bring it on home. When I did this before, I got such a slingshot effect off of the moon that it threw me out past Minmus. So it took several flybys, dipping into the atmosphere to break enough. Oh, all right, now we need it probably right about 62,000. We'll survive that. Okay, and then time warp again. So yeah, it threw me out past Minmus's orbit about this far. So that was a lot of braking, aero braking. And then on one of those passes, what turned out to be the last pass for reasons that shall become abundantly clear. Excuse me. I was time warping, had another encounter with the moon, and as soon as I recognized that, I hit the cancel time warp, but it had already gone in and back out of the Mun's sphere of influence, and I had another, back in my Kerbal orbit, which was still an ellipse. It was a little bigger, or it went out a little farther. And we'll be speeding up as we approach the periapsis. And but I thought, okay, well, it didn't fling us off into space. We're okay. I'll just continue. And then as I was entering the atmosphere, I recognized that, oh, I've got a negative number for a periapsis. So we were going in. So I burned what oriented retro, which was already the case, and burned what fuel was left. Let's see how warm things get. Yeah. To make the best use of the air braking, can't time warp through it. We could use what's this called? Time control, which is a third-party add-on mod, but it's less than perfect. If you're having to do a 4-hour burn on something, then definitely you're going to want that. But it's less than ideal. It's great, but less than ideal. It allows typically when you're time warping, physics tend to get ignored on the bigger time warps, the higher multipliers. Oh, well, let's see. Looks like our AP has not come down that much. I thought it would have come down more. We are past the periapsis. We're gaining altitude and we're back in space. Let's warp again. We should be approaching the atmosphere. Yeah, I'm not too far off. Coming up on 3,000 meters per second. Grease lightning. I guess I can speed it up a little bit. It's got a halo. Oh. Atmosphere in 5,000 meters. I don't remember if I finished my previous thought. Yeah, we saw that it had a negative periapsis. So I was planning on air braking a couple more times, and we still had a fairly high apoapsis, which means that if you have a high apoapsis, even with a low periapsis, the higher your apoapsis is, the faster you're going at your periapsis. So like right now, if we're in a retro orientation, if I burn the rocket, that will reduce our speed here and lower our AP. So if I wanted to lower my AP, I could come to the periapsis, do retro burn. I mean, that's the way to do it. And it's not just a coincidence that that also reduces my speed here. It's all the same thing. And now we're back in the atmosphere, but it's as quiet as space out here. Maybe a little too quiet. Should do some ASMR. I like the old days. I remember when it was a new thing, there were people that were doing things that could actually make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. Assuming that that's cool. Maybe I'm mistaken. All right, we're going to go back to the AP, and we're going to do a little bit of a retro burn there, and we'll get our periapsis height down to, I'm going to say 58, 57,000. That way we'll get a better aero brake. I was afraid that we would overheat, but we weren't deep enough in the atmosphere to get... We weren't accomplishing much in our... Just realized KSP has an aero spike. Oh. I think someone was saying that on Discord with a KSP hashtag. I didn't recognize the name. I don't think they were saying it on my Discord. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. The sun's on that side. This will be okay. Let's it's not orienting right. Okay, there it goes. I guess I was still warping a little bit. So let's keep an eye on the periapsis, 61, and we want to get that down to about 57, 58. Before we do that, let's make our burn a little more precise. We'll bring the thrust limiter down to 7%. I was thinking 5, but this is fine. It's fine. Right. Can't really see the periapsis kind of blending into everything. There you go. Now you have something to look at. I don't know if you can see this number up here very well. All right. Oriented retro. Let's tap in a little bit. All right, that's pretty close to 57. Let's set this back to full in case we need to do an emergency burn. And warp ahead. Nothing's happening. It was showing that it was warping, or that the warp was changed, but we didn't move. Oh, that's weird. Let's try again. Warp times 5, warp times 10, warp times 50. Well, we are moving pretty slowly because we're out by the AP. Current velocity is 191 meters per second. And it is accelerating, so. What's our altitude? So we're pretty close. So we should get a little bit of a plasmatic glow off of the ship this time. See if this engine starts to turn red. We're still up at 66 kilometers. Not much to look at. All those sleepy Kerbals so far below. This is the sleepiest spaceship. But no matter how sleepy it gets, just can't fall asleep. And as it floats, drifting through the upper atmosphere over the tiny townspeople below, jealous of their slumber. Oh, I just can't sleep. Alright, approaching, there's the periaps right there. So we got pretty warm, but not dangerously so. Looking forward to making a sweet space plane with it in the near future. Fancy Oaf. I think Fancy Oaf is on King Akira's channel. Or server. It's weird how this thing works sometimes. Yep. And that's where she posted that too. He? She? I don't know. He, I think. Well, there's a pretty big mountain. And we're back out in space. And we lost about 2,000 kilometers on our AP that time. We could probably just go for a re-entry. But let's do one more time around. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I have a heat shield on here. Oh, I was gonna try to orbit. That's, I guess we are in orbit of Kerbal, aren't we? I can do all this crap now that I think about it. So let's open this up. We will do an observe mystery goo. We will do an atmospheric log pressure. And we will do a temperature. Oh, temperature. Do a crew report. I think I've already done a crew report around Kerbal. Crew report. Yeah, it says we'll get 5 science for it. And then let's have good old Jeb do an EVA. I sure hope the rocket pack works. I just want him to collect the data. let's see if we can get another EVA report. Close this, and we will board the space capsule. All right. So all of that is in orbit of Kerbal. Yeah, I wasn't thinking clearly before. We didn't need to collect that because that's part of the ship that will land safely. All right, let's go ahead. We can dip a little deeper into the atmosphere this time, I think. I think 52 would be pushing it, although the engine can take a lot of heat. And we want to go by the AP. Because... No, I hit the wrong button. It's not intuitive to me that you've got slower, faster stop on the warp, and oh no, what the heck? Yeah, we do not. We want the engine facing the direction we're going because it will absorb the heat better. Eight seconds until we are at the periapsis. He's looking very manageable. It looks worse than it is. Doing okay in there? Jebediah, he's looked happier. Okay, now he's happy because he's going back up again. That's probably why. Okay, let's try that again. Well, first of all, let's see. Oh, we're still in the atmosphere, aren't we? Yeah. So you can see that AP dropping. So yeah, we'll get down into the 9s. There's the 9s. Should we do another aero brake a little deeper in the atmosphere, or should we just go for re-entry? And there's space. Although that number shouldn't be changing. I don't know why that number's changing. Could have gone for another moon encounter. Oh no, no. And we have another moon encounter. There's really nothing we can do at this point. If we I think if we actually burn prograde, it'll slow us down. But we don't have a lot of fuel. So we don't want to waste it all. Where is burn out? Right there. My God, he's such a lunatic. Thrillmaster Jebediah. Alright, let's just wait it out. And we'll be back in Kerbal orbit once we leave the influence of the Mun. So time to periapse is 57 minutes, 55. And then I'm not sure how long we have until we get our sphere of influence change. Oh, there we go. So our periapsis is outside the atmosphere. Not what we wanted. Craziness. Alright, let's let that moon fly away from us a little bit. Alright, retro. Try to get that peri back into the atmosphere. And before we do that, let's thrust limit so that we can have a more precise burn. You guys see that? It's kind of small, but it's not obstructed. Obstruction, don't get me started. That's the wrong button. I wanted to hit this button. You can't aero brake outside the atmosphere. Are you crazy? I must have done that wrong because this orbit has more energy. It has a higher PE and a higher AP than before our sphere of influence changed with the moon. So I must have done that the wrong way. I think what do we want to go for? 56? 56.9. $57. 56.7. It's 56, just about even. All right. warp ahead a little bit. Make sure we got that tail pointed the right way. Yes, I speak to all of my models that way. "15 kilometers to atmosphere." Re-entry in 15 seconds. What was that noise? Boop. Don't know. You ready for a hot time in the city? Hottest part is my too hot thermometer? Okay, it was my hottest part. Coolest part is this Communitron antenna. I don't even see it now. I think that's it right there. Yeehaw! And Jeb continues to be enthusiastic. Plasma schmazma. 13 seconds to periapsis. Given a little bit of engine, remembering that we turned the thrust limiter down. That'll help reduce the AP even more. Okay, he's not so excited now. Is he concentrating? Seems unlikely. And we are ascending again. Temperatures are good. He's still not excited. Barely a hint of a smile on that marshmallow head. "1 kilometer to space." There we go. Taking a look at our map view. Okay, yeah. Not much of a probability of encountering the Mun at that altitude. We're going to go ahead and, if I don't screw it up, set our PE, a periapsis, for a terminal reentry. Set for retro. Okay, can you see? There we go. There's the PE, periapsis right there. Retro. We've got the thrust limiter on. So we'll drop that down to about 30. It's gonna get hot. And this engine has more kick outside the atmosphere, so I think we'll try to burn off the rest of the fuel on the periapsis side before we reach the atmosphere. Oh, there's 35, there's 36, there's 35. That'll reduce some of our momentum. And if we're lucky, we'll land in daylight. Not that it makes much of a difference. Let's see, where are our chutes set? 3350. Burpy burp. 3350 and 1900. Yeah, as long as we're not too close to the mountains, that should be fine. And we will probably lose this Communitron antenna. We've got a heat shield here underneath the payload chamber compartment. See if I can avoid screwing this up. So we didn't, what's our, I did screw up. If I do a little bit of a burn here, it'll actually rotate the AP, but nah, I'm not gonna do it. Let's try again. See, the danger is on this side, it goes faster as it approaches the periapsis. Ooh, it didn't leave a lot of room to spare. Oh. Take that thrust limiter off. And we'll start burning at about 100,000. $106, $105, $104. And I'm not sure how much time we have. It'd actually say right here, 42 seconds? That looks like some debris. Well, we've reduced our speed quite a bit. Oh, this is like a big crater area. It's hard. Yeah, can't see. Can I turn the lights on? Doesn't do much. Alright, throttle down. And we will use the engine as a heat shield for a while. If it looks like the temperature is going to get too bad, then we can stage, and then we'll lose everything below this heat shield, which is really just this fuel tank and engine. Is the... okay, whew, scared that the parachute wasn't showing up. It is heating up fast. But we are kind of slowing down a little bit. Heat warning. Preparing to stage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, we're gonna have to stage because that's weird. I kind of thought it would fall faster than we did. And then I figured we had better or worse aerodynamics. It's twilight. It's cloudy below. Ooh, mountains. Alright, let's change this to 4,000. And I think these raise them even a little bit higher. I don't know how, wow, I don't know how high these mountains are. Oh, that was just that one. So we're going to have a fairly slow ascent, and Hanyohime would not like this landing. Because she likes to, if they don't land at the Space Center, she likes to go out and get them with an airplane. Sounds like that engine found the ground. Alright, we're at 6,000, 4,000 terrain, so we're alright. I thought these were set for sea level altitude, but I guess they're set for terrain altitude. Alright, well this is going to take forever, so let's warp a little bit. And we'll probably be going down faster than the sun comes up. What is that line across there? Is that just oh, that's the cloud layer. Have you ever seen atmospheric inversion layers? I think I've talked about that before. Oh, we're close to the coast. Oh yeah, this is that big crater bay. Someone's got their light on down there. Yeah, we're gonna need some four-wheel drive to get these guys back home. You didn't bring your pickup with you, did you? Right down to sub 10 meters per second, so we should have a reasonable landing, unless we hit a slope and then tumble. Well, we are on a slope. Coming up on 100 meters. And the sun's not out, so there's no shadow. Oh no, this could be bad. No. If I remember correctly, I hit F5 before we left Kerbal orbit. Pure genius. Oh, and if I hadn't tried to rotate the periapsis around more towards the daylight, we would have landed in the ocean. Can we F9 here? I don't know if we can. Okay, where are we? Okay, so we're on the way to our first encounter. Ah, phooey. That doesn't make sense. Right, crew report, EVA report. I don't think he can. Oh, he can collect data from there. He just can't reset it. I guess he didn't need to climb down the ladder. There we go. I did an EVA report, right? Alright. Alright, all that data is stored. Alright, so we're on our way to the moon. Probably be a little more haphazard about it this time. Oh, moon, are you coming? There we go. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot we need to adjust. Are we... Oh, okay. That SAS wasn't turning on. That looks like, yeah, there we go. Burn out. And yeah, because I nailed it. That's pretty much the center of the planet we're heading towards. Sometimes things don't quite make sense. We're burning in the direction. We're burning towards Kerbal, but we're going to increase our AP once we're back in Kerbal orbit. $20,000 should be enough. Let's do more experiments. Oh, I can't do the mystery goo. That's all right. And will this overwrite the previous crew report? Yeah, let's not do that then. And if he does another EVA report, I don't know if that'll overwrite. Actually, I don't have to take the data. because it'll be with us when we land. All right, close that. Board. Oh, it said that the other stuff was removed. Interesting. Alright, so we still have our mystery goo. Not quite sure what to do here. I think we'll just fly by, see what happens, let the cards fall, and then we'll fix it. Presumably. Although this is probably worth watching, even though it'll be dark. I know there's a Kerbal around here somewhere. That's a big crater. Can't get both in frame. Who doesn't like a good screenshot? What's that twinkling right there? Is it a little star? Alright, let's move out. Oh my goodness. Look at that AP. Look at that PE. It's craziness, I tell you. Madness. The sun's on that side, so... let's come over here to do our retro burn. All right, retro, that's prograde, sorry. That's retrograde. Dance, monkey. So indecisive. Jeb doesn't mind. Right, map view. And for now, let's just go ahead and not I can't think of what it's called. Basically restrict. I don't think that moved as much as I wanted it to. Oriented retro. How are we doing on fuel? We're good. We could transmit that science. Nah. I can't remember. Can we review our science? Review stored data. Alright, so temperature high over the mud. We're going to get 0 for that. We'll get something for that. We'll get something for that. We'll get something for that. Get something for that. 0 for that, so we should do another EVA report. Zero for that, so we should do an atmospheric scan. EVA, temperature, atmosphere. I didn't see where it said crew report. Yeah, we'll skip that. Okay, yeah, we'll get 18 for that. And 12 for that. And 12 for that. And since he's collected those, I could run them again and they'll just stay in the device until we land and until we're recovered. Okay, I think I wanted to do a retro here. Yeah. Don't want to waste our fuel. So we want to make sure we're doing the right thing here. I feel like I could have come even further downstream. And then once we close in on 100,000, I can limit the thruster. Still doing okay on fuel. $300,000 meters. $200,000. Oh, there was something they were saying G-sync. I'm not quite sure what was going on with that. Let's go into our thrust limiter. That sounded like Russian. Been hacked. Well, that might be going down a little too slowly. There's 84, 83, 82, 81, 80. There's 70. Oh, 58. How deep do we want to go? 56? We can probably go 55. We can probably go lower than that since our AP is so low. Alright, 54.9. Let's take that limiter off. Whoop. And we'll do one aero brake, and then we'll probably re-enter, terminal re-entry on the next pass. Ah, see, now it's daylight. You can see what we're doing. That'll make all the difference. It's a little too late for an EVA, isn't it? But what I could do is get these two ready. I'm assuming they'll work with the door closed. And we're in the upper atmosphere. That's worth 7.2. And that's worth 10.8. Right, our AP is shrinking visibly. Not quite, but we're still, oh no, we're fairly low in the atmosphere. I mean, for our target, for our pass. I don't remember what I set this to. 56.9, was that it? Periap says 54.9. That's 55.4, 5.2. And there it is. We should start going up again. We're going up again. Weren't we just over there? So it looks like we lost about 1,000 kilometers on our AP. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was 5,000 something. Oh, we've lost that glow. I should probably change my flag back to my narcissistic icon. Coming up on space, and there's space. Actually, where's the sun positioned? Oh, yeah, we might as well do our retro burn here. Don't want to overdo it. Interesting. Alright, periapsis is at 54.9. 50. 50. 47. 40. I guess it was 44. I was going to say 43. 40. Fuel's looking good. Alright, take thrust limiter back up. So we got a periapsis at 33.3 kilometers. And once again, we probably would want to go ahead and burn all our fuel off before we get back into the atmosphere. Alright, here we go. Burn the last of our fuel. It says we've got 26, and that's right about when we'll hit re-entry. Good job. Three, 2, 1, 0. Throttle down. And we're in the atmosphere. You may have noticed the change in the music. Spin this so the communitron is on the outside. Maybe it'll last a little longer. I don't remember if it burned up last time. I don't think it did. Alright, that Terrier engine is heating up. We should be getting a heat warning any time now. I think it kicks in at, is it 70%? Yeah, right about 70. We are slowing down, but probably not fast enough. Oh! Yeah. Take that back down to 1,000. 2,700. 2,700. Ooh, good job. And, oh my gosh, where are we? We're not actually near the Space Center. No, no, no. It's over here. I don't know how you get a parachute to deploy but not billow, not unfurl. Here comes the clouds. Are we getting more thunder? Can't tell. And save the antenna. I was just about to say, I haven't heard the, wow, is that it? I think we should go ahead and speed things up a little bit. Yeah, that must have been our engine. Wonder how far that is. We could try to run over there, but I suspect that it'll take too long. What blew up? The ablator? Looks that way. Alright. Jeb, let's go for a walk. Was it this way? I think it was this way. Though Jeb's mind is not for rent to any god or government, always hopes for your discontent. He knows changes aren't permanent. The river? This is probably going to take too long. Oh my goodness. I'm not even sure I'm heading the right way. I am heading the right way. I guess I could have him take his helmet off. Would that actually help anything? You ever like start to do something and then realize, oh, this is requiring more than I expected, but I should keep going because I've invested this much time and effort, and then you realize, oh, it took even more than I expected when I realized that I was wrong with my initial expectations. And you reevaluate and you think, but you're still closer to the end than you are to the beginning. So you keep going until you realize, oh, yeah. You know, in that succession where you never really quite recognize how far you are from the goal, but you hate to give up the progress you've made. I don't know why I brought that up. Just. Is that a tree? Well, yeah, that's right. There are special trees on Kerbal now. And I think you need the robotic camera arm to study them. So we'll get over there and realize that we have wasted a bunch of time at Warp Factor 4 with old crazy leg Jebediah. You do that stinky leg. Oh, he's much faster now. Remove ring neck. Is that like a pheasant? Whoa, he's all over the place. We are getting closer, right? It reminds me, I need a haircut. I don't need that haircut, but I just need to look a little less ridiculous. That's one nice thing about lacking vanity. Save a fortune in haircuts. I think we're getting closer. It's a giant celery stalk. Past the peanut butter. Looks kind of like a baobab tree. Should we decorate it with ribbons? Well, let's saunter up, shall we? Climb was an option. Plant flag. If I plant a flag, it should be easy to find this place again. There's probably... See if I can get that F climb to appear again. Oh, no. Oof. Oh, nice push-up. Slow and controlled. Whoa, I don't know what happened right there. All right, let's plant a flag. I'm not sure how rare these trees are. All right, I think we can recover. Hopefully that'll recover us and the vessel. We should be able to tell by how much science we get. Oh, and what parts we recover. So, science earned 0. Yeah, so we still need to collect the vehicle. recover. Alright, so we picked up 103 science. Made a little money. And we went to the moon. Well, we went around the moon without having a way to plan maneuver nodes. Just winged it. Well, now what? Now we've got 247. I think we're going to want heavy rockets. You can't asparagus without fuel systems, and you can't what is that? Through the separator parts, there's a way to move fuel through them. I can't remember what that's called. Just off the top of my head. Enable crossflow. I think that's it. So we'll need this. Plus, look at all these fuel tanks. These are for more like small vehicles and precision. And I think here we start getting to the robotic parts. Hinges, hydraulic cylinders, rotation servo. Yeah, I haven't done much in the way of airplane stuff yet. What I really want is this mobile processing lab, because once you have that and the cookie jar, that's not the cookie jar. Where's the cookie jar? There's the cookie jar. Once you have that and the mobile processing lab, I think you can just coast to get your science filled out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this babe. And this. Now, one thing to notice here is we can get the Probodyne Experiment Control Station and the storage unit that you need to put it in until you get where you're going. And that's just the hitchhiker. Yeah. Does it say the size? It doesn't say what size it is. Oh, it just has that little 1 meter scale indicator there at the bottom right corner of the picture. And then here is the goo monitor. And then here is the power source for it, which needs, I'm pretty sure it only works when it's exposed to the sun, and then you can't get the radioisotope version until much later. How much does that take? 1,000. Alright, so we got that and that. We don't have 160, so let's go ahead and get heavy rocketry. Wow, we kind of need those fuel tanks too. Which means we kind of need that too. Well, craptastic. Yeah, we won't really be able to use these rockets because they won't fit with the tanks that we already have. That might. And that will. Oh, and we're going to want reaction control wheels before we go to the moon. Or before we land on the moon. That's a tough one. We want that. Well, let's hold off on buying something until we see what our next mission is. And how are we doing on cash? Not too bad, not too bad. There's the launch pad. We're kind of turned around in a weird orientation. That's what we're used to seeing. So how much to upgrade this? Wow. 2/3 of what we have. Resource transfer available. I'm not sure if that might have something to do with the plans that you can put into effect. Gnat or fruit fly or something into effect at not mission control. What's this building called? Administration building. Okay. So let's see. This is mission control. Let's see what the next potential mission is. Plant a flag on the moon. Ooh. Explore Kerbal. Our exploration of Kerbal is going according to plan. We must continue to unravel its mysteries. We need you to test our rendezvous capabilities. Park 2 vehicles next to each other around Kerbal. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know if you need to actually dock them, because we are a long way from unlocking the research for docking parts. The number of times we've achieved sudden combustion at Kerbal World First Records Keeping Society has led us to consider something. We want to know what shades of green we'll see. It's a weird expression. If we expose a Kerbal to high G forces. This is why we're here. Well, this doesn't seem to be related to G forces. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbal. See, I'm not sure about that. Because I can do it. Don't think I can't. But if it's actually requiring a docking, then I don't have the parts to dock. I could probably... I don't think I'm ready to plant a flag on the moon. With the technology that we have right now, I think I need the heavy rocket and the larger tanks. I might be able to do it, but I don't think so. Let's see. Haul this poodle engine. Have I researched that yet? Got a sneeze coming on. Terminating sneeze. So, upper atmosphere. Oh, no way. That's way too slow. The only way to do this would be to make like 60 or maybe 70,000 feet your AP and just go straight up and straight back down. So it's possible, but you only get 2 science for it and it doesn't pay that well. No, I don't think so. Alright, Skipper Okay, this doesn't have a speed limit. To perform the test, activate the part through staging sequence when all test conditions are met. So you've got to get it way out there before you activate it. Which one is the skipper? Is it here? Terrier, Thud, Reliant, Bobcat, Skipper. Oh, so we don't have it researched yet. I doubt that the returns on this are that good. Well, it's 10 science. That's something. I might be better off trying to do a flyby of Minmus. Let's see, test hammer in flight over Kerbal. Altitude's too high and the speed's a little low for that altitude. And the thing's too heavy to drag that high. I don't know, maybe. That altitude, that speed. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, decoupler. I don't think I have that researched yet. And it's got a specific, very tiny altitude window and fairly high. Yeah, ooh, yeah, you don't want to be going that fast, that low. Rescue Naster from orbit of Kerbal. Uh-oh. We only get 1 science for it. Vazia? I think we just... Did we just research the crew compartment? There's the hitchhiker, so... Is it this one? No? Where's the one that's... There's one of the... There it is. So we would want this for a rescue. We can get more Kerbals that way. Naster. If it were Napster, that would be funny. Bring Munstone back with... Ooh, that's only 1 star? So that's 2, and that's 1? That just doesn't make sense. And you get 0 science for it? Okay, why is... Vazia is a guy? Alright. Who is stranded in low Kerbal orbit. Return him safely to Kerbal. So it looks like we get... 1 science and some prestige. Why is this one 2 stars? Let's take a look. Oh, it doesn't show. I thought it would show their orbits. Maybe they only show once you accept the mission. Pretty sure I can do this. Oh, maybe. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Some people think this is cheating. I don't. And I don't know why. Because it's landed? Let's recover it. Okay, so our rescue missions are not showing up. So I guess we have to actually accept them before we can see what the deal is. Prestige 4 and 9. Prestige 3 and 7. Payday. Alright, I may regret this. Let's do a save. And I think I'll just overwrite that last one. Let me go in and say yes. Oh, we need to check the tracking station again. See if we can get more mission information. Oh, I probably need to upgrade the tracking station. No, I don't. There it is. Alright, so he's at 89, so that's fairly low. His periapsis is 82, 90. It's a fairly low. Alright. Equatorial orbit, so that's good. Can I select that as a target? No, I can't. I'll have accepted the mission. Let's go about accomplishing it. Let's start with this. This actually needs another stage in here, or another fuel tank in here. Otherwise, these are largely pointless. That is going to be so unstable. Oh, yeah. It's not you, it's me. Let's get rid of all of those things. Utility? Oh, do I need to research that part? forgot where it was now. It's not here, it's here. Alright. Well, that settles that. Best laid plans. Oh, this is going to be so unstable. And we will need an ablator. How much does that weigh? 1 ton. I might have enough chutes. Heat. Not even sure what this would go on. Now for science, we've got this now we didn't have before, but it's not a big deal. The staging shouldn't have changed. Alright, so that's 1 ton. If we look at payload, that's not payload, that's payload. This weighs 0.1 tons. So we might need an extra umbrella. Oh wow, that's only 0.9 now. No, I thought maybe I had done something with the thrust limiter. That is not going to be great. I think we're going to need an extra umbrella. Check. Reminds me of Tim Minich's poem Storm. It's quite good, really. I recommend it. Alright. This is gonna fall down, but we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna go with Jebediah, although probably wouldn't hurt to... Oh! Yeah, let's put Bill in there. I'll have to EVA Jebediah to take on our rescue. But it should work. Alright, hope for the best, and it's so wobbly. It's so wobbly. Wobble back the other way. See if I can... Oh, I need to come just a little bit more east. There we go. That's too much. It's probably gonna flip over. Bring the throttle up to 2/3. It won't take effect until we switch to liquid engines. Ugh. Do not have enough control here. Did I research SAS? Or reaction wheels? We have to fix our inclination. Which we probably won't be able to do until we get in orbit. Oh yeah, look, it's trying to flip over. It's so top heavy. Trying to hold it. Oh man, and then I got part of me wants to stage early, but that won't work. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Have you seen No, 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 Cat? It is hilarious. Poor kitty. This is preposterous. No, no, don't go that way. Let's throttle up. Oh, it does not like that. Wow. Wow. Let's throttle down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Is the top too heavy now? Is that it? This is not working. Speed is only 500. It's trying to twist out of control. Maybe it needs more fins. Alright, if we go here. And look at the center of mass and center of drag. No, that's good. That's good. Do we have reaction? Oh, it's small. I think we want to do it this way. That in there. Can't really see what's happening. Less than ideal. Seems like we need one here too, but I think we will put wow, that was special. Where is the separator? There's the engine. Oh. And the decoupler is there. All right, that makes sense. Is that going to be enough? It can't be the aerodynamic instability of this, could it? I would think not. We can set it up for double. But we can't block the door. That blocks the door. That does not seem to block the door. Oh, maybe it does. We'll have to check the, see if we can EVA on the launch pad. I don't like our odds. It's not looking good. Maybe what we can do... That's probably not even the problem. Can we switch it to MM? Which, not a problem here, but... Okay. Hopefully that'll work. We might have an aerodynamics problem, but the door's not locked. Oh, we got two of these now. We don't really need it. What is gonna happen? Try to put reaction wheels under these cones. I don't know if more fins would help, but more fins would also raise the overall aerodynamic center or drag center. Maybe we should just go pure liquid fuel, not use the thumpers. We'll give this another try. I'm not confident. I'm not confident. Don't think it's gonna work. Oh. That's not gonna work. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's trying to tilt too much. Yeah. This is not going to work. I'm trying to pull it back towards the west. It is just not going to work. Part of the problem is the thrust to weight ratio is too low on this. And yep, not going to work. Yeah, we need to do something different. Now these are this stage? No, these are this stage. So stage 4 And these have 1.4 thrust to weight ratio, and that is including everything above it. Just ditch all of that. Or even that stage is only, but that's upper atmosphere, so that should be fine. No, these come in, wait. So it's these, and then next is this engine. I'm confused. Right, these, then we separate and go on to these engines. We separate and go on to that engine. Okay. These have 108 a piece versus the swivel has 167 a piece. But I would need side mount tanks. I could go with 4 instead of 3. They're not the problem. This one. Yeah, I don't think that's enough. I don't remember how much delta V you need to get in orbit, but I want to say it's 6,000. $215. So 205, 167, 215, 240. So the Reliant has better thrust, but it doesn't steer. Try more of these. Yeah, that's not enough. If we go with 4. That's decent. We don't gain that much delta V out of it, though. Or swivel. No, that is not going to work. Well, we can mount a swivel with 2 of these. 3 of these. Okay, that's decent, but we only get 21 seconds of burn. So we need to add another tank in there, at least one more tank. And we're not getting that much delta V out of it. Alright, so we get 1.5, we get 31 seconds. If we go with 2, wait, let's do that. And we get 1.2, that's not strong enough. And then can we... So that's a 31-second burn. And that's a 23-second burn. What if we do that more like this? They're awfully big. And they are bumping into stuff. That's not right. That's close to right. Maybe we gotta come down a little bit. Right, and we'll cap them. And everybody gets a tail fin. You get a tail fin. You get a tail fin. Those have tail fins. That has a tail fin. Alright. Mass and drag? No. That will barely work. And hopefully the rest is adequate. Alright, so first we're going to always be checking staging. Alright, bottom layer, separate into these. Stage 5. Okay. So burn. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's down here. Separate and burn the outer. And there is no central engine here. Let's take this off, and we still have the drag below. That's good. And then the rest should be fine. We haven't changed anything up here. Alright. I should have maybe saved that under a different name. Auto strut. Go to grandparents. Fingers crossed. Since I don't have a crack team of engineers, I just have me. Yeah, Kerbal Engineer Redux, that's something. Alright, it's not swaying as much. That's good. I don't know if I have enough delta V to get in orbit, maneuver, return, all that junk. Let's find out. Throttle. Oh, wait. We're starting with liquid or solid rocket booster, so it doesn't matter. That is stable. I like it. Give it just a little bit of tilt towards 90. That may have been a mistake. That was a mistake. Alright, let's just ride it out. Ready to separate. And yeah, I'm gonna need to check the staging on that. Come up a little bit. Come up a little bit. And start to come over. Ooh, it wants to wiggle. Oh, we're almost out. Stage. No, we don't really need this. And stabilize there. I hear some crashes. I don't think these have the power that we need to finish the job. I would be happy to be wrong. Maybe. Oh, I forgot to bring my engineer so he gets some XP. AP at 60. Maybe we can start to turn a little bit. There's 70. I don't remember what the AP was on the other ship. And we got a long way to go on that periapsis. And we're almost out of fuel on this stage. Ready to separate. I'm gonna have to correct my inclination as well. Oh, I'm already halfway through my fuel. Yeah, I don't. This is not gonna work. Yep, not gonna work. So we need like another. At least another 500 meters per second of delta V. Also, we had a staging issue there. Okay, those should have been here. But that's not really what broke us. Alright, and then when we get the outers, we get the separation, and then, alright, these are all, should all be going at the same time. As soon as those kick off. Try, let's see, total delta V is 5600. If we add another fuel tank in here, $5,700. That's 6,000. 1.39, 1.37, 1.25. Whoa, which stage is this? 3? Okay, but that's upper atmosphere. Or possible even out of the atmosphere. Oh, wait a minute. Crap. I don't remember if we were burning that one or if we were burning that one when I gave up. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can make this fly. Ooh, I'm getting sleepy. Let's throttle at half. And hope for the best. Light the fire. Yeah, it does not jump out of the gate. I could add some fleas around the outside here. Standing by to separate. Boosh! And throttle up. I thought we were slowing down for a second there. Get us back on track. There we go. Got a separation coming up. We are full throttle. That overcorrected now. What about a cabeza? Yeah, we're not quite accelerating the way we need to be. These are more efficient out of the atmosphere, so we should have gotten higher. Could put 3 of these on. It would be a short stage, but we'd get a lot of acceleration. It would weigh like 3 times as much as well. Just the engines. Wow, we are way off. Alright, we've got a good apoapsis. Trying to get that back on east. Go 76 on the AP, coming out of the atmosphere, and then nose over towards the Horizon. This is not looking too bad. This might, well, we're almost out of fuel. $30 to AP. So almost 400,000. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. Do we still have another stage up here, or is this? Yeah, there's another engine in there. So this will get us there into orbit. Okay. Got a little bit to play with on this stage. Now, I still can't. That's us, right? Yeah, where's our... There he is. Let's see if we can... There we go. So now, relative inclination is about 0.2 degrees off. 11 minutes to ascending node. So if we, there we go. That's the descent, or that's anti-normal. Make sure I know what normal looks like. But yeah, that's normal. That's anti-normal. Jeb's probably in there. What are you guys doing? And it should be the same. Orientation shouldn't change as we go through the orbit. That's almost right. That's close enough, right? So now 10 minutes to relative ascending node. First, let's use the thrust limiter to set this to about 20%. And then we will time warp a little bit. Try to get that 10 minutes down to about 1 minute. Those northern lights. Oh, I waited too long. Alright, we're still on target. Engaging the engine. Okay, it's too much throttle. .07, .06. .02. This is probably close enough. All right, that is close enough. 0.00617. So that's mighty close. I can't see it. It's so dark in space. Turn the thrust limiter back up. Now let's take a look here. We're coming up on our AP. Our PEs are fairly similar. Their periapsis height is 82,656. Ours is 77 something. Now we can't plan a maneuver node. We've got the longer orbital period at this point, so they'll be catching up to us. And the orbit is too low, arguably, to try to fly inside their orbit. Alright, let's orient prograde and get that periapsis up to 82. Oh, I overdid it. Ding dong dang it. I was trying to look at too many things. Alright, 82.6. Very close, that's 100 meters. Alright, let's fly around a little bit. This is hard to keep track of what's going on. Alright, it's catching up to us very slowly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Distance 30,000 meters. Oh, wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Distance is 58 kilometers. And we're still ahead. Let's orient retro. Let's see, their apoapsis is 90, so we want to get ours down to 90. I'm not sure that ours is the same place as theirs, but there's 100, 97. Okay, so oh, I shouldn't have done that. I messed up. That's going to make it harder for them to catch up to us if we have the same semi-major axis. Our orbit is 685.9. Theirs is 686. Oh, so we have the smaller orbit now. Yeah, that simply will not do. Alright, theirs is... They have the smaller orbit. They'll continue to catch up to us, but more slowly. Alright, so let's do the time warp again. And we want to keep an eye on this number. It's increasing right now. And then, okay, now it's coming back down again. 48, 44 kilometers, 40 kilometers. Alright, it's starting to increase in distance again. Got down to about 31 something. Alright, so we're about 10 kilometers closer this time. Gonna switch this to target. So I think we're going to want to do one more orbit. And then we'll be within like 5 kilometers. Maybe 2 more. It's hard to say. We got pretty close there. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Alright, this is saying target is going to be 2 kilometers away in 3 minutes. So we've got target as our speed indicator. We're aligning to retro. So let's get a little bit closer. And this is, I believe, part of the Kerbal Engineer Redux. Alright, target's about 30 seconds away. Let's take a peek here. We're aligned to retro. Where is the target? It should be behind us, but the altitude could be, who knows. Yeah, I don't see him. Alright, let's get ready to warm up the engines here. Oh crap! What a time for that to happen. I probably should have been a little tighter on the throttle there. Alright, now where is the target? That ain't it. He's 2 kilometers away, but we have the same orbit now. So yeah, he's behind us. So if I oriented prograde, orbital prograde that is, that's probably him right there. So let's go orbital prograde. Give just a little bit. That seemed kind of weird. Alright, semi-major axis 686, 689. So our orbital periods might be off by quite a bit now. And he is getting farther away. If I could just see him, that would be something. Maybe I can switch. Can I switch? Oh, there he is. Can he see me? He can't see me either. I think that's me up there. A little flicker. Wow. It is hard to do without the all the extra targeting controls. Yeah, distance is slowly increasing, about a meter per second, which this says 2.8 meters per second, so I guess that's not too far off. Let's go back to the map screen. Speed things up a little bit. We'll probably have to catch him on the next time around. But I think he's going to pass us. All right, semi-major access 686.6. Semi-major access 687. Just about even. Alright, he's continuing to move away. So I'm probably still not going to be able to see him. That's not him, is it? I can't. I don't think I can pull out that far. No, I'm just seeing glitches. Glitches get stitches. That is awfully sparkly, though. It's not close enough to switch. We're 3 kilometers apart now. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing? Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Cool. I'm guessing you're on the East Coast, because it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning here. But, you know, people like me and a lot of other people don't have normal sleep times, so no reason I should suspect that you do either. I think that's the debris we separated from. Or is that just something on my screen? I don't know. No, it's not on my screen. Alright, let's time warp ahead. Getting farther apart. And then we should be getting closer over here on the other side. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see, I'll want to finish up this mission. Alright, we'll be within 1.2 kilometers in 3 minutes. I'm not very far. I'm not very far along in Borderlands 2. "73 seconds. Alright, 35 seconds. Is it ahead of us? Oh, I need to switch to target, retro. I don't see them. And it's getting late. So, alright, he's ahead of us. So he should be over there somewhere. Let's get ready to do our burn. Now, if I go this way, I should be pointing. Nope. Wrong way. Whoopity-doo! Whoa! Little topsy-turvy. But I think that, yeah, I think that's anti-target. Whoa, I can't stop spinning. Am I out of battery? I'm out of battery, so... the battery just is not going to charge. So, this mission seemed to be a wash. I don't know if I can save this. The distance is getting smaller. I still don't see them. Yeah, the distance is definitely getting smaller, but not by much. This is ridiculous. I still don't see them. Anti-target. And we're still getting closer. So they're roughly this direction. I kind of knew that already. And that says we're close. Distance 400 meters. Hopefully we don't crash into each other. Okay, we're getting farther apart. See if I can switch. Do I see the... Yeah, I don't see the other ship. I could do an EVA. Oh, is that it? I believe that. Ah, I'm gonna chance it. I'm moving towards something. I think that might be it. Oh great, re-entry in 12 minutes. Uh-oh. If that's just a sparkly star, I'm in trouble. Re-entry in 6 minutes. So I need to go get the moon at about that angle. Like about that. Alright. Let's try that. And he's out of RCS. Nope. Why is he spinning? Let's try turning RCS off. There we go. That seems to be moving. Ah, it's getting farther away. And wow, I've used a lot of propellant. And it's still getting farther away. It looks like I might intercept down here. Hey, King Akira! I was trying to wrap this mission up, but it is not going well. See, that's what I need to... As you can see, we have what is commonly referred to as a cluster. Oh, that's the altitude. I thought it was showing me the distance. So I can't tell if I'm getting closer or not. I can switch to the... Oh, those are the only two things I can switch to? That's not cool. This is not going well. Trying to do a rendezvous or a rescue without advanced technology is definitely more difficult. And I've lost track of my target. Let's see if I keep the moon at about that angle. Should be right about there. Well, I hit F5. Ran out of electricity on the rescue ship, so now it's toppling through space. So I thought I'd try to jump out and jetpack towards it. But I started going the wrong direction. That was one problem. Yeah, I probably just need to go back to my quick save because I don't even see it now. Alright, we'll try that. Alright, so if we get in here... So, almost like towards the sun. R. More like this. And of course it's going to be backlit, so it's going to be next to impossible to see. Up or down. That might be it right there. But I'm not even sure how far I am from it. Come out all the way, I don't see it. I can see the one I left. Wow, it's already tiny. There's something down there. Alright, where is it? Oh, I passed it! How is that possible? Like this direction? Is that it? Or that's it? How did I pass it? Yeah, don't go where it is, go where it will be. Yeah, it should be the one that's down and to the left. How did I screw that up? I must have flown right past it. Mic volume. It's showing here that it's close to clipping. course, once I get close enough, I'll have to reduce my relative speed. Did it just disappear? Oh, there it is again. Is that it over there? Oh, no, that's a spot on my screen. So I think that's it right there. Why is it so far? Oops, wrong way. Does not want me to go that way. Uh-oh. Doesn't want me to go down. I'm probably going to run out of... No, doing right there. All right, now I need to start slowing down. Oh, I'm going to go right past it. That's it, all right. Cigar shaped. Oh, and I forgot that. Okay, start over. This is next to impossible. Okay. Relative positions. Altitude 86.6, altitude 87.4. EVA. Let go. Oh, is that it right there? I don't think it is. Maybe it is, though. I think that's the thing I tried to move towards before and it didn't work. Let's... Yeah, that's probably the debris. Okay, so we do the same thing here, just not as much. 88.5. We're at 87.4. Yeah, I'm seeing the same stuff. If I can get it from this way, then it'll be lit better. There it is, right there. Oh, geez, how am I supposed to see that? Oh, I lost it. But I think it's right there. Or maybe that was me. Whew, this is crazy. Kids, don't get out of the car. 89.0, 990. So it should still be farther out. Oh, whoa, whoa, there it is. You see it on the edge over here. Okay, I need to go up. No, shift is up. I was using control. Darn it. Oh, coming in too fast. Oh my goodness. Amazeballs. Ladies and gentlemen, are you seeing this? Who's rescuing who? I can't grab. It's not letting me grab. Where's the door? Oh, of course, it's down here. So let's board. Oh, I can't board, but can I grab? Grab, grab, grab. No, 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 no. All right, we got to grab. Now I can switch to Jebediah, tell him to get in the back of the bus. I know, I'm sorry, you can't say that to green people. Transfer crew. There we go. Now switch to Vazia. Alright, and he should be able to board now. And is he a pilot? He is a pilot, but Jebediah has better control. So we will transfer. Transfer? Transfer. There we go. And transfer. And transfer. Alright, so Jeb's in the cockpit. Yuppers. Alright, now let's see if we can get back down to Earth. Kerbal. Okay. Well, this is daytime. I'm gonna go ahead and come around till we get close to morning. That's a lot of junk. Alright. Now, he's oriented. Do we have any electric charge? No. So, what I'm going to have to try to do here, because I don't think this engine produces electricity. How much fuel do we have? Lots and lots. Alright. So, probably should have just gone over the top. There we go. Now we can get rid of all this junk. Periapsis 73. Oh, I'm slipping away. Still no electric charge? No, this engine does not produce electricity. Oh, whoa. 3028. This is going to be pretty difficult without an SAS. And the only way I can steer is with the engine. We've got 5 minutes till re-entry. Let's just skip around. Alright, let's... Wow, I don't even know where to look for. Oh, there's prograde, so... Retro is going to be over here. Come back here. Come back here. Alright, now let's open up the throttle. Get rid of what remaining fuel we have. Get our speed down. So we'll have a lower re-entry speed. I didn't think about running out of electricity. I don't think I have any science parts that will produce electricity at this point. Oh, I still got a lot of fuel. Yes, rescue contract. There's like not much to do really when you don't have a lot of science. You don't have a lot researched. But this came, I don't even have docking ports or the claw. And it gave me the option for one mission, which was park 2 vehicles close in space, and just like, really? Does that mean dock or... Yeah, I wasn't sure. Ah, I've still got a lot of fuel left. Usually have the opposite problem, right? If I'm not careful, I'm going to land this thing. What's our altitude? 55. Whoa, 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 where are you going? So it should start getting some friction. Atmospheric friction. He's all over the place. Sir, pull your spaceship over. Have you been drinking tonight? He was all over the space. Alright. I think we can lose that engine. It's just going to cause problems. And then the natural drag should put us in a retro orientation. One can hope. Yeah, okay, this is going to stabilize. We're already down to 36,000. And we did not have friction problems. No, I'm not going to make a lube joke. Oh, now we're having friction problems. I have monopropellant, but no RCS stuff. So, Visaya, do you feel like you've been saved? And we're coming down over land. I found one of the trees, one of the Kerbal trees, but I'm not far enough along in the research. Whoa, bye. Far long enough in the in the research to have either the arm, the robot arm that you use to with the camera on it, nor a rover to attach it to. It's pretty sparse. Oh, you missed it earlier. Maybe this isn't as big a deal as I thought it was, and since I did it 2 times in a row, probably not. I did a Mun flyby without the ability to create maneuver nodes, and just prograde and retrograde for SAS. I didn't even have a reaction wheel at the time, I don't think. I just landed, and then I saw a shadow on the terrain in the distance, and I thought it was where my engine had crashed. And I thought, well, let's go take a look at that. And as I got closer to it, I realized that's not what it is. So there's... Oh, that's my shadow. I realized that's not what it is. And it just crazy big old baobab tree I think that's what they call those African trees. Scanning for trees. So I planted a flag by it, so it'll be easier to find later. I might need my tracking station to see it. Yeah, I don't know where that is. Looks like we still have a little ways to go. No sign of a tree though in this area. And I don't know if they're randomly placed. I think they are. First time you visit a planet or moon, they're randomly placed, which is why you have to start over. You can't use your, or at least that would explain. I am not an authority on the subject. I'm making guesses. All right, so let's go ahead and land this bad boy. I really didn't need quite that much parachute, did I? That didn't help much. Maybe do it the other way? I don't know. 400 meters, still no tree, right? Yay! Let's recover the vessel. And I think that's about all I'm going to do in Kerbal. Kerbal. I only earned 0.1 science. That's a kick in the nards. But I made about 150,000 in Kerbucks. And didn't get any I saved a guy, didn't get any reputation. Where's the thanks? All right, let's take a look at this research and development. So I didn't have this at the time. I didn't have this at the time. And I didn't have this at the time. Or this. But I did that moon flyby, did a couple experiments, temperature, goo, and atmospheric pressure, which, you know, there's none. But, oh, and crew report and EVA report. And then came back to Kerbin and got like 137 science out of it, I want to say. Maybe it wasn't quite that much. Maybe I had 137 total when I got back. But I do have the one unpaid research program, takes 25% of reputation points and yields 1 science for each 2.436 reputation. So I'm getting a little bit of extra science that way. Find lunch thief? So stuff is hard. I was really disappointed that we didn't get more science out of that. Ferry VIP, that doesn't pay well. So now I'm just looking for stuff that is feasible. Does this want me to land? Would like you to go to the moon, stay in a nice stable orbit. It isn't personal, it's science. You can't just leave us, so return. So orbit the moon and return. So I think I'll need heavy rocketry and fuel systems before I can do that. I might be able to do it now, but let me show you what I started with on this trip. It is a Frankenstein. It's a Frankenstein monster. Oh, so we start off with the 3 hammers. Are they hammers? Thumpers. 3 thumpers. And then we convert to a swivel and 3 thuds. These little doodads. Kick that off and go into 3 more thuds. This section here doesn't have a central rocket, just the 3 thuds around the outside. And then we move into these 3, should say what they are, but it doesn't. They're not swivels, they are they're the ones that have the 60 kilonewton thrust. Terrier. Right, so we lose that stage, and the engine is under there, but it doesn't ignite until we burn these out. And I didn't have the technology to enable crossflow. Looks like I still don't. Yeah, that's part of fuel systems, so I need to research that. So I have to burn these and then kick them off and switch to the swivel engine. And then we've got another little Terrier under here for our last stage. But apparently I need a way to generate electricity, and I don't have that. I just have a battery. I think does the swivel produce electricity? I can't remember which ones do and which ones don't. Nope. Swivel. Yeah, swivel produces electricity. But it's heavy and not as efficient. It's not that much less efficient, but it's a lot heavier. And the Reliant also generates power. But it doesn't have a gimbal. It's just like, oh, would you like to use this engine that doesn't have a gimbal? Not really. Of course, I didn't have RCS until, or not RCS, reaction wheel until this trip, and I just got the small one between the, where did I put it? Between the capsule and the crew cabin. And then I sunk it in a little bit. So it's pretty ugly. And to capture and then escape the Mun, maybe with the perfect launch this could do it, but I mean, you saw how much thrust we had left over there, or how much fuel we had left over there. I'm not sure how much delta V it was. Looks like that stage has 1500. So it'd be pretty rough. I wouldn't get my hopes up. Anyway, that's what she's safe. So I don't know what to do next. I'm not going to save that because I didn't make any changes. I just moved stuff around. So I need to upgrade the tracking station, need to upgrade the mission control, need to upgrade the, well, not so much, need to upgrade the research and development, because what I really need is the mobile processing lab, and then I can start making money. But I also need to be able to generate power in space. And there's the first, well, that's not the first part. There's the first part. But you can't use it until you research the power for it. And then it doesn't do anything, so then you need something else like the goo monitor. I don't know. I could probably, if I could do a Mun flyby, I can probably do a Minmus flyby. make that mad money. But I think I'm going to wrap it up. Jonathan wants to play a little Borderlands 2. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. I only have one character and it's not very high level. But, you know, we'll try it out. And they'll give me something to do before I go to bed this morning. You going to stream this morning? Or it's probably, I don't know what time it is for you. 16-hour difference, is that right? How's my lag? Should be about 30 seconds. So yeah, and I'm not sure what to get next. That's 45. I don't really want to build airplanes at this point, but yeah, I guess all I have never used this launch escape system. I don't know if you have. I forgot that it was there. Maybe you could use it for one of your sky cranes. I don't know how it works. Burn time is less than 1 second. Hey, Kiefer! I was just getting ready to go off the air. You missed all the fun. There was so much fun. Oh, and my wife recommends that if you're going to watch my show, you watch it at 1.25 or 1.5 times speed. You know, keep things moving along, you know, a little more energetic. I don't know what she's trying to tell me. Oh, I want to do science. And I haven't done the thing where you go around the Space Center and collect science that way. I'm trying to avoid that at least until I can get the mobile processing lab and a way to wheel it around, and then I can just milk it. Oh man! Why were you in the hospital? I hope everybody's alright. Seems unlikely. Yeah, I don't think you're a hospital inspector. So I've got one upgrade on the launch pad, one upgrade on the vehicle assembly. I don't think I have any upgrades there, none there. I got one here. And I don't remember if I have one here. Nope, I don't. Wow, look how expensive that is. But that's closer to half of my money instead of 2/3 like last time I checked. Checkup's cool. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Unless you got something you want to talk about. And take a quick break and then see if Jonathan still wants to play. And see if that works out. Oh, crikey. Tight shoulders. So what's up with you? I imagine you're still in the US. What did my daughter say? You mean Detroit Become Human? It's pretty cool. Not the best, but it's cool. 13, right? I thought she liked Roblox though, so that's good, that's good. Alright, well, I guess I'll wrap it up then. Ba-ting! Oh, I meant to check. I don't know if Jonathan got my message or not. He said to send him a message. Alright. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm not sure what we're going to... Let's make it pretty. I don't know what I'm going to do next time. It seems like... Well, unless there's something good to do in mission control. I might try a Minmus flyby. Make some science bucks. Research points. Or I may play some Acheron's Call. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm going to do. But there is a hill to be climbed here, and I kind of hate to leave it unclimbed. As always, comments for suggestions, questions, likes, dislikes, FUs. If only you could click on FU. I know there are some channels that could definitely benefit from that. Is it free? It didn't look like it was a free game. And I don't think I saw it on Steam either. My letters aren't going in. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's on Steam. What is that? Yeah, I don't know. Probably not going to happen. But I'll take another look at it. In the meantime, fare thee well. Mabuhay. Adios. Havidel saying goodbye. And it's always more fun when you're here, right? No, maybe? I don't know. But time to wrap it up. Awkward goodbye. Over.